I think we're all so obsessed with playing the changes and even playing fast over the changes. And you know, mastering this tune and really getting good, and most of the time we're all in a hurry. There's so many songs to learn, so many scales to check out. But today I really want to take the opposite approach and really narrow it down to basically one chord. You can do this exercise that I'm going to show you with any chord, but today we're going to do the major chord. It could have also been the minor chord, but I thought it should be a chord that can be a tonic chord, that is a resting place, because I think if you can really outline a major tonic sound, and also if you can outline this major tonic sound in the right place on a lead sheet, then you sort of have a safe spot where you can always go to write. Sort of, if you even mess it up in between, or you're trying out new stuff, or you're getting confused, whatever, as long as you're landing on this major 7 chord, on this tonic sound, you'll be safe. And also it sort of will give more of a sense to everything that you played before. So we really need to have the tension and release in our lines. And let's start with the release today. And we're going just to take a very simple C major 7 shell voicing like this. Right, really taking it slow today. And I'm just going to record this chord on my looper, and I'm cheating a little bit with my looper, so I'm going to first of all delete everything that's on it. And then I'm going to just like play the chord, hit record, and hit stop. And now I have a very slow loop. And now I just start like this. I can play the same chord on top of it. And also, just to get organized, I'm just going to play a couple of major 7 chord voicings that I know. So since I have the chord now on my looper, they can also be rootless. Of course I can add the 9 here first of all. Or I can play this very common shape all on top of this loop. I can play this one, or even a C6 chord, still possible, right? And then I can also finally play some of those voicings that don't have a root, like this one. Just enjoy the sound. You also really always just want to hear how it really sounds. And we guitar players, I think we really need a root on our looper. Maybe last one, that's a more stretchy. So, and I can continue like this a little bit, finding voicings and chords, right? So taking the opposite approach, not going through books and learning new voicings, but sitting down and trying to remember the stuff that we maybe already know, and sort of cataloging our own chord voicings, and to be sure, only in this one key today. We're not going to drive ourselves crazy, and the keys are also different on the guitar, right? Some voicings lend themselves better for the C major 7, so we can just, like, you know, collect the chords that come to our mind and just like sort of clean up the mess a little bit maybe in our head. And then the next step would also be very simple, but also very helpful for understanding our fretboard, is to just play the root. So I'm going to play the root, which is obviously the C. One method that I like to do is just to play all the octaves. Basically playing all the C's on the fretboard. Again, I'm getting an overview over the fretboard. And again, today it's only this one thing. Maybe I stay with this one thing for a couple of weeks and really take this step to really know what I'm doing right. No more glossing over, taking your time, 10 minutes, and really saying, now I'm going to have a look at all the C's. I'm going to give myself a sound. I'm playing the C. I'm thinking root, it's the root. Maybe I'm singing it. And then I'm doing the same thing with the 3. The 3 is the E, the major third. And this is completely different, right? The 3 tells us if we're in major or minor. We're in major. No, no. Again, playing the octaves. The 5. Very different again. Very satisfying, I find. Last but not least, the major 7, which has its own character. We might hear that it wants to go here, right? It wants to resolve, but we're not resolving it. And so like this, we're taking a very conscious approach. We're thinking, what's the root of the chord? What's the name of the root? Where can I find it? So it's not at all about fingerings, right? It's not, should I play a 3-note pattern or should I play the arpeggios like this? The notes on the fretboard, like the C will always be here, right? No matter which key you are. So we're just like playing the notes. Also, doesn't matter with which finger or how you pick it, just like, you know, play those notes and hear how it sounds. And then as a next step, of course, we can start to organize a little bit more our notes, and then I would recommend just playing the arpeggio, right? Just like 1, 3, 5, 7, right? Because that's the general outlay of the major chord. And then there we can again find many ways, because we're guitar players, many ways for one thing. But it's also enough to just find one way for the start. Maybe reverse it. Nothing. Doesn't have to be hip. We just want to have. We just want for the moment to play something on our fretboard that matches exactly what's sort of in the comping, in the chords, right? And we can continue maybe just to play the arpeggio. And maybe still hear the chord. Can you do that? Imagine how that chord sounded. Right, so we're doing a really thorough C major workout at the moment. And so now I want to play the C major scale. I'm going to try not to emphasize the F too much. It's an avoid note. It makes the sound a little muddy. That being said, the F also in a chord can, in a C major chord, right, like this, can sound super cool, right? But today we don't want to do stuff like this. Today we want to try to play lines that make chords very clear, even if we don't have the chord on the looper anymore. So let's play a little bit just up and down. melodies. And as a last thing, I can try to just like hear the color notes a little bit. So the color notes are not notes that I necessarily need to play, but that are just beautiful, like the D. Maybe I play a line that ends on a color note. Or I could also add on the A, the 6. I can really hear the sound of a major chord. Clearly, I give myself the time to hear it. Now I'm going to record the chords of Ladybird, and I'm just going to play on the C major chord only. Let's hear how that sounds. Let's outline the A flat as well, sort of a tonic as well. And let's do the whole thing one more time. Going to improvise over the whole form, trying to have a very clear tonic. Take the time to master the basics, right? There are many layers to, you know, hearing a sound. We all know the major sound, but we can still hear it on a deeper level, still understand it on a deeper level. Music theory and understanding and playing always going hand in hand. Find that so fascinating. And just, you know, if you're not having, you know, started playing like this, but still more or less winging it, just like you play what you always play over it, maybe give this exercise a chance. 10 minutes a day will make a difference. The starting point could just be, you know, to know the C on the fretboard. Then you know the C on the fretboard, then you have a little island. Then you know the root, how it sounds. And then you take it step by step, because I think it's really always about the process and not so much about the product. And I see you. Bye.